Why would you plead guilty to a crime that you didn't commit?
Because I was scared. If I went to trial and lost, they could have taken little Eric away from me.
Amber, you should have called us.
Our lawyers could have helped you.
No. I had to do this on my own. And I did, and now it's over.
You have a felony drug conviction. That's going to follow you around the rest of your life.
Maybe. But it's not going to affect you, so if that's what you're worried about...
I'm not worried about that. I'm concerned about you and the baby.
Well, you don't have to be. Because we're fine.
You act as though everything is just hunky-dory. If anything, believe me, your problems are just beginning.
This isn't going to turn into a scandal.
What about the drug school you have to go to? The community service that you have to do? How are you going to handle that? You haven't even thought about it, have you? Who's going to take care of the baby while you're at the school? What about your job?
Amber, you could be fired for something like this.
No, I already talked to my boss, and he says that I'm not going to be fired.
You haven't answered me. Who is going to take care of the baby?
CJ.
No, Amber, he's running the insomnia now and going to school. He's going to be just as busy as you are.
Okay, so I haven't worked out all the details yet, but I will.
Amber, I think it's time for you to admit that you need some help here. And we want to give it to you.
Honey, we'd like you to move back to the house with us. We'd like you to come and live in the guest house again.
CJ, answer me. What is this?
This is exactly what Amber wanted to avoid.
Then what it says is true?
No, those drugs weren't hers. I told you that, and I'm telling the truth.
Well, then why did she plead guilty?
Because her attorney told her to.
Oh, CJ, you should have come to me with this right away. If Amber needed some kind of legal advice, I could have put her in touch with Connor Davis.
I know, Mom, but she wanted to take care of it herself, okay? She was trying to be responsible.
By copying a plea?
No, by making a choice. But, I don't know, maybe it wasn't the right one.
Maybe?
Okay, Mom. Amber screwed up. She knows that. She trusted some people that she shouldn't have, but nothing like this is ever gonna happen again.
That was beautiful.
What, you liked it?
Kimberly, I had no idea.
Yeah, well, I've been meaning to tell you.
I didn't know you sang.
Well, I don't do it all the time.
Well, you should. I mean, the response from this crowd, wow.
Actually, Thorne, this song, it was for you. You are the reason why I'm standing here tonight.
Hey, I know things have been a little rough lately, but guess what? You're doing a great job. I'll see you later. Thanks for the song, kiddo.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Thorne didn't like the song.
Yes, he liked it.
He just didn't get it. Come on, Kim, it's obvious you've got a crush on the guy.
It's not a crush.
I hope not, because you do not want to go there. I mean, even if he wasn't twice your age, word is Thorne's already involved.
Look, Scott, can we please just talk about this later, okay? I've got something else I have to do right now.
I'm telling you, Mom, Amber is not a criminal, okay? The only thing she did wrong was listen to her attorney.
Well, then you agree that she should have fought those charges.
Yes, and I tried to get her to, but she wouldn't listen to me. She wouldn't. The only thing that was on her mind was that baby. And what would happen to me and little Eric if she did go to prison? See, Mom, she didn't cop a plea to protect herself. She did it to protect her family.
Her family?
That's what we are now, Mom. Me, her, and little Eric, we're a family. I know I haven't lived there that long, you know, but Amber and I, we are completely committed to each other, and we are determined to give little Eric the type of life Becky wanted him to have. A stable life. A life with a mother and a father who love him and who...
And who love each other? Is that what you wanted to say, CJ?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
You're in love with Amber?
Yes, Mom, I am. Believe me, it's the last thing that I expected to happen. I mean, when I moved in there, we were just friends. I promise you that, and it's just... The more time I spend with her, the more time I really respect Amber. She is an amazing person, Mom. And Becky knew that. She knew that we would be good for each other and for little Eric. Oh, God, Mom, I wish you were there to see him all the time. I see so much of his mother in him. And when he smiles, it's like Becky is smiling too. It's like she's encouraging us. And I know that it probably sounds completely crazy, but...
No, it doesn't sound crazy at all. And I'm sure that's exactly what Becky wanted.
You don't think it's too soon for me to be feeling this way?
Do you?
No. No, I don't. I mean, I know it might look that way to other people, but... Mom, I really care about Amber, and I think we have a real future together.
Stephanie, this is my home.
Amber, you can't stay here any longer.
Stephanie's right, Amber. There's no way you can juggle your job and this drug school obligation and the responsibilities of raising a baby all by yourself.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not going to be doing it all by myself. I've got CJ.
But he's as overextended as you are.
Okay. So it's not going to be easy. But we'll make it work, and we're not going to mess up again.
Well, you say that now. But what happens when little Eric has a cold and CJ has an emergency at the insomnia, a test to study for? You can't call in sick for work, and you certainly can't miss drug school.
Then I'll get a sitter.
Oh, honey, how are you going to afford a sitter? Now, let's face facts. Eric is a toddler. He needs a lot more attention. Don't you want to be the one to give it to him?
You could be that one to give it to him if you moved into the guest house.
You wouldn't have to pay rent. You could cut back on your schedule at work.
And if you're not home, you won't have to be stressed out about the baby because he'll be with people who love him just as much as you do.
Look, he'll be in a protective environment all the time with people who love him. Now, don't you think he deserves that? You could be the person to give that to him.
All you have to do is say yes.
The guest house is ready. You can move in right now.
Kimberly, what are you doing here?
I have to talk to you, Thorne. It's important.
I was just about to take a swim. You want to join me?
No, actually, I'd rather talk here in private.
Is something wrong?
There's something that I need to tell you. Something that I've wanted to tell you for weeks now. I just haven't gotten up the nerve to do it.
Well, Kimberly, you can tell me anything. We're friends.
That's what I want to talk to you about. Thorne, I want you to know how much this relationship means to me. How much you mean to me.
Well, you mean a lot to me, too. You know, I'm really glad that you
No, Thorne,
moved in.
please let me finish. After Macy died, I was so depressed. I felt like I had lost everything and anyone that I'd ever cared about. I was in a very dark place. But you brought me out of it. You reached out to me and you showed me things about myself that I didn't even know existed. You changed me, Thorne. And now, for the first time and in so long, I know exactly what I want and where I belong.
Well, Kimberly, that's wonderful.
Yes, it is, and it's all because of you.
Well, that's sweet of you to say, but I think you're giving me way too much credit.
I don't think I'm making myself clear. I didn't stop by here, Thorne, to thank you for being my friend. I'm trying to tell you how I feel.
I know. I feel the same way.
You do?
When you first moved into Macy's place, I was afraid it might be awkward, you know, the two of us living next door to each other. But these past few weeks have been incredible. And your compassion and your forgiveness has been like a blessing to me. You're a great kid, Kimberly. And I've really enjoyed getting to know you.
You don't know everything, Thorne. I've been keeping a secret from you, and I can't do it anymore. I have to tell you the truth.
So you're sure you're not upset about me and Amber?
All I've ever wanted is what's best for you. Naturally, I'm concerned that maybe you're taking on a little more than you can handle, what with your college education to deal with and making a living after that. But if you and Amber are truly committed to each other, the way you say you are, then how could I fight that? I won't. I'm behind that 100%, son.
Thanks, Mom.
All right.
Thank you so much. You don't know how much that means to me. Because I think we're gonna need all the support we can get.
Is Amber still having problems with that lawyer?
No, Mom, it's not the lawyer. It's Rick. Like, he's been coming over to the house, waving his wallet around and trying to convince Amber that she'd have a much better life living with him over there in the mansion.
Rick wants a relationship with Amber?
Well, that's what he wants her to believe. But it's just a ploy, Mom. He doesn't want anything to do with Amber. He just wants the baby.
Amber strikes me as a very smart young lady. I don't think she's going to fall for that.
Yeah, well, she already told him to back off, but they are not letting up, Mom. They're not letting up because they are convinced that little Eric is a Forrester.
Well, he's not a Forrester, CJ. And his mother's dying wish was that little Eric become your son. Now, nobody has the right to take that away from you.
But you know as well as I do, Mom, those people don't care about what's right. They don't care. All they care about is getting their own way, and they'll do anything to get it.
Stephanie, I am very grateful that you want to help me. It means more to me than you'll ever know. But I am not going to just walk out on CJ.
Look, Amber, we understand that you feel obligated to CJ. I mean, he was very, very good to your cousin. He's been very good to you. But you can't let that cloud your judgment. You have to do what's best for this baby.
We can take care of him, Amber. We've done it before. I mean, the longer you guys stay here, the harder your lives are going to be. Is that what you want for our son?
I'm not leaving CJ. I'm not. He and I have gotten very close.
Let me understand something. Are you two involved?
We're his parents.
Are you saying that this friendship has moved beyond just being a friendship?
Well, it's starting to, yes.
No.
No.
What? He and I have been through a lot together, and he's important to me.
To the point where you would consider spending the rest of your life with him?
I don't know. I don't even think like that.
Well, I think you'd better start thinking that way. Amber, what happens if this relationship ends all of a sudden? Where does that leave you? More importantly, where does that leave little Eric?
CJ, before she died, Becky made it very clear that she wanted you and Amber to be little Eric's parents. Now, there's nothing the Forresters can do to change that.
Not if we have anything to say about it, no.
Then you're sure that Amber will not give in to their pressure?
No way.
You know, she's very close to that family.
Yeah, Mom, but she is committed to me.
Has she told you that, son?
She doesn't have to. I can see it. When she looks at me, when we're together taking care of little Eric, we are a family, Mom, just like Becky wanted us to be. Now, I know things got a little messed up with this drug thing, but we got through it together. And that is exactly how we're gonna deal with the Forresters.
All right, son. Just so you know, that if you or Amber get in any kind of trouble, need any help with legal matters or anything else, you will come to me. I will always be there for you, son.
Thank you, Mom.
Just want you to be happy, that's all.
Oh, I am, Mom. I am. Look, I really gotta get going. I gotta take care of little Eric while Amber goes to truck school. Thank you again. Thank you so much. I love you.
Amber, hasn't this baby had enough upheaval in his life?
His life is not unstable.
No, but it could be better, and so could yours. You were very happy when you lived at the guest house. It was a wonderful time, a special time in both our lives. Don't you want to come back to that?
Yes. I would love to. But what you're asking me to do...
No, what we're offering you, Amber, is a chance to give the baby the kind of life he deserves.
Come home, Amber. Please.
I can't. I can't deal with this right now. I have to get ready, and I have to go to drug school.
Well, who's gonna take care of little Eric?
CJ.
Well, shouldn't he be here
He
right
will be.
Well, listen, we can take him for the
No.
night.
Look, you cannot miss this meeting. Now, look, if CJ isn't here...
No, he's going to be. He probably just got stuck in traffic or something.
Why don't you just leave a note?
It is getting kind of late.
Look, come with us, all right? We'll get little Eric settled, and then Rick can take you to drug school.
All right. But we're not staying.
Let's just go, and we can discuss that later.
I need to get his car seat.
No, it's okay. I've got mine.
And his diaper bag is in my bedroom.
I'll get that.
And I need to write a note.
I'll write the note for you. Go with Eric and Rick, and I'll see you at the house in a few minutes.
Your son is coming home.
Now we just have to keep him there.
Thorne, I am not the naive little girl you think I am.
Kimberly, I never said you were naive. I think you're very mature for your age.
For my age.
Yes?
What if I told you I was in love with an older man? Would that surprise you?
Brooke did mention you were seeing somebody.
Well, I'm not seeing him yet, but he's all I think about anymore.
Really? Sounds pretty intense.
It is. There's just one problem.
What?
Well, I'm not sure he feels the same way about me.
You haven't talked to him about it?
I want to. But every time I've tried, he tells me I'm sweet. Or he calls me a kid. You have no idea how frustrating that is.
Kimberly, this person, this man is...
It's you. I am in love with you.
Amber? Hey, sorry I'm late. Traffic was terrible. I got stuck talking to my mom. Amber.
She's gone, CJ.
What are you doing here?
I'm just getting some of the baby's things.
Why? Where is he?
He's with Amber.
Where? Damn it, Stephanie, I'm not playing around. Tell me where they are.
They're at my house, CJ. And they're going to stay there.